Hi, thanks for tuning in. This is the S&P ASX 200 Index Daily Update for the 22nd of February 2024. The ASX 200 Index closed slightly higher today, just fractionally higher. It's been a fairly eventful week so far. Pretty much ever since the index tested the all-time highs and reporting season began, the market's been moving sideways, and we've really seen some quite high volumes emerge. And the high volumes continued today, with volume being slightly higher again than yesterday's very high volume. And price did not push lower today in response like it did yesterday. Instead, the market appeared to move into consolidation and absorption mode in response to yesterday's high volume down bar. So perhaps most importantly, there was no serious downside follow through in response to yesterday's very high volume. Considering today's trading saw very high volume again, and price did eventually close higher, I suggest this may prove to be some form of buying support emerging around yesterday's lows. Put a little box around that. If you're unsure about that, just consider that if all of today's really high volume was selling pressure, how could the market close slightly higher today? You would expect, if it was all selling pressure, that you would get a really serious down bar like this that would close really poorly as the market stretched lower, looking for enough buyers to absorb the selling pressure from the sellers. But that's not what happened. The market had a very narrow spread, and the market actually closed higher for the day, albeit just slightly. This suggests that buying support has emerged. You will almost certainly never know exactly what's going on in a market, but generally the response will suggest to you what is happening. And today's response suggests that yesterday's down move is not particularly dangerous, as there would have been some sort of confirmation with a down bar if it was. Keep in mind that it is still reporting season right now, and this is a time when volumes are often a little increased over normal volumes. And there have been increased volumes for more than a week now. Back over here, you can see all these bars did have increased volumes. But the last 2 days in particular have seen really seriously high volumes, much higher than is normally seen. And if this is truly buying support, followed by consolidation and absorption, which is buying, taking place, the response over time should be extremely strong during the next period. But that still remains to be seen. Don't hang your hat on it just yet. Wait for the response. You really want to see price move at least above this level here in a breakout sort of fashion before you can hang your hat on that. At the close of trade today, the local market finished 2.8 points higher, which is a pretty good effort considering the very high volume over the last 2 days. At some point, volumes will reduce to at least the average, and preferably below the average when the market's testing for supply, which would in turn point to the upside as the path of the least resistance. Keep watching the price action closely. The response will almost certainly show what has been happening at some point in time. These are certainly interesting times right now. Okay, thanks for your time. See ya.